Hey everyone. So this episode is going to be a little bit different, and it's probably going to be filled with a lot of raw emotion. The Impartial Geek, David, he asked us as part of this 7-day challenge that I've been making these behind-the-scenes videos with to really open up on day 4 and talk about our plan. Why do we want to create content? Why do we want to be content creators? And what really made us take this leap? So, why do I want to create content? Well, I really enjoy sharing knowledge and helping others grow. Originally I was going to do a video game stream where I tried to teach people cybersecurity while playing related video games. I tried that for a little bit, and to be perfectly honest, I wasn't happy with the results. I'm a pretty boring gamer. And while I love cybersecurity, it's a pretty boring niche topic that unless you're really a hardcore geek, that most people just simply aren't interested in. So I shifted gears towards my other passion, and that's history. Be honest, I'm probably better off anyway because my concept for history hub hunters, it really gets me outside and moving. And the truth is, with the lockdowns for the past year, I'm not in healthy shape anymore, and I need to fix that. Um, you know, my day job, I've been working from home full time now, and just me not walking every other day at work, it has really taken a toll on my health. And the good news here is, working on this show, I get to be outside and moving, and that's gonna to help me fix a lot of my health issues. But best of all, this also allows me to help increase tourism in our local community. I spoke before about how I want my photography, and I want this project, and I want my uh, tour guide, the Hub City Adventure Guide, how I want all of them to help increase tourism in our local community. And because our community's been struggling for as long as I can remember. As long as I can remember, this has just been a broke farming community, and it breaks my heart to see so many people in this area struggling. I, I started off researching the history of the area, the business history of the area, to try to find out what went wrong. Why do we struggle so much in this area? And everything I looked through, what I found a very common theme on why we have so much problems in this area. And that's because we used to be a manufacturing community. All right, so Hagerstown is actually referred to as the Hub City. It was referred to as the Hub City because it was a transportation hub. Okay, not only do we have two major highways intersecting in Hagerstown, but we used to have multiple railroads intersecting in Hagerstown, and of course we have the Hagerstown Airport, and we were really a hub of transportation and commerce for the area. But all of the manufacturers, except for a couple smaller ones, they all left. They all closed up. I spoke before about the A10 Warthog, how that was built here in this community. Well, the problem is, yeah, the A10 Warthog was built here by Fairchild, and then Fairchild closed. And the A10 was the last plane ever built in Hagerstown, and that hurts. When they closed up in the 80s, we lost one of our biggest employers in the area, and we've really been struggling with every single closure since. We still have a couple, good sized employers, but when we lose those big ones, that hurts. But the good news is we're seeing a shift. We are seeing a shift towards a tourism economy in this area, and the great news is people are starting to use the C&O Canal more. People are visiting our Antietam battlefield a lot more. And we're starting to get a lot of interest in the Aviation Museum as well, especially now that it's going to have a permanent home. And so it's really great that we've got this booming tourism economy. But now that we've got all these great attractions and this great history and this great scenery, we have to market it. And gosh, what better way to market it than do an entire TV show on it? You know, and I know this isn't going to go on some major network. This isn't going to go, prime time. But we're going to host it online. We're going to put it out there for people to see. And people are going to stumble on this. And they're going to say, wow, this is a really neat area. Why have I never heard of this place before? I need to go visit. And maybe if we get just enough people, we can make a difference. So why do I want to be a content creator? Well, I'm not going to be on this earth forever. And I want to leave my mark on it. I want to make a positive difference to this world, even if it's just a small number of local people. My wife and I, we can't have children. And I want some sort of a legacy to pass on. I can't pass that legacy on to my kids, so I'll pass it on to the community. I want a legacy of helping people, helping our local area. I'm not doing this for the money. I make great money with my day job, doing cybersecurity. Great money. I'm not doing this for the money. I love my job. It's a wonderful job. I love everybody I work with. They're great. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for my community. I'm doing this for the knowledge that I'll learn, the knowledge that I'll be able to share, and the legacy that I can leave with this. So why am I in the Creators Guild? Why? I stumbled on the Creators Guild through Facebook, I think it was. And I absolutely loved it. Here's David. Here's someone with a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and he's been doing this for a long time now, for creating content, and he's just giving all of his knowledge away, and I love it. And really, I want to pay that forward. I want to share my knowledge, and I want to help others share their knowledge of the past, share knowledge of metal detecting, share knowledge of responsible metal detecting. A lot of people just think, oh, you're going to go wave metal detector and dig up stuff. Well, no, it's a lot more to it than that if you want to be responsible about it. Just today I was watching a video. It was actually a webinar on archaeologists and metal detectors working together. For those not familiar, for those who aren't aware, there's actually a lot of animosity towards metal detectors from archaeologists, because they just look at us as looters, as people who are just going around and stealing stuff from the ground and not caring what damage they do in the process. And the truth is that just most of us don't know any better. And we need to fix that. We need to be able to very gently document those artifacts we find, remove those artifacts from the ground, make sure those artifacts are preserved, either by us or by a museum. And I really want to share that knowledge. I want to learn more on that too, on how I can be more responsible. So that's why I'm in the Creators Guild. Because David has that same concept of sharing knowledge that I share, and I love it. So what made me take this leap? Yeah. So I apologize in advance if I get a little teary-eyed on this. My life took a pretty unexpected turn in late 2020 and early 2021. My wife and I, we've been married for 17 years now. In fact, it's our anniversary coming up this Saturday. We don't have any kids. We've never been able to have kids. So for the past 10 years, it's just been me, her, and our wonderful dog, Legend. And last year, my wife had a medical emergency. We had to rush her to the hospital. She ended up needing to follow up with an oncologist, a cancer specialist. And I won't go into the details. But she ended up needing a surgery that made it so that we can never have kids. And after being married for as long as we've been married and not having kids, I think in the back of our minds we had kind of accepted that, but it's still hard. It's still tough to get that finalized. That yeah, hey, we're doing this, and it's not it's now never going to happen. It can't happen. So it was still pretty devastating to us. She had a pretty slow recovery process. And our dog Legend, he knew what was up. He knew something was up, and by gosh, he never left her side the entire time. He took care of his mommy. um, and then I'd say about a month after she was finally recovered, Legend started showing signs of his own cancer taking toll on his body, and we got him what help we could, but at the end of the day, Legend was getting pretty old, and we got one last Christmas with him, and he passed in January. And that was kind of a kick in the butt for me, because I realized life truly is short. And if I can't have kids, so be it. But by God, I'm going to make a positive impact on this world. You know, to be honest, I'm glad the game streaming didn't really work out, because nobody's going to remember somebody for streaming video games anyway. But helping them reach back into the past and find long lost stories, well, maybe, just maybe, I can be remembered for that. Maybe that can be my legacy. So, and it's really funny because I even have my little journal here that's got notes on a lot of different local history things, and it's funny because I've had this journal for years, and I misplaced it, and just last night I found it, and I think that's a sign that I'm doing the right thing. So, all right, well, I'm getting a little emotional here, so that's going to be it for the day. But thank you for watching, and look for more tomorrow. All right, have a great night.